1973. Tragedy and despair have struck Central Texas. A young college student named Maria Flores has seemingly vanished without a trace. She was last seen near the town of Newt more than 2 weeks ago, but with no physical evidence, the investigation has stalled. With few leads and even less hope, Maria's younger sister Ana Flores and a group of her closest friends set out to find their missing loved one. But any grief or sadness caused by Maria's disappearance would pale in comparison to the agony and despair they would soon discover. What awaited this group of youths was a nightmare beyond belief. The events surrounding Maria's disappearance would be just one of the many bizarre crimes later known as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's your boy, and we are back after a nice little bit of a lengthy absence here. And if y'all didn't already know, we were just waiting for that loud music cue to hit up. But if y'all didn't know, a few days ago, a new update for Texas Chainsaw Massacre came in hot, doing things like reworking the grandpa perks and all that. And what we also now got, besides an alternative cook outfit, is we now have the museum. So that's what this video is going to be checking out. Let's go ahead and check out the museum and what it's got in store for us as far as TCM goes. I don't remember my experience because it's been ages, but I remember doing the virtual cabin stuff for Friday the 13th, and as supportive as I will be of the horror genre and all that, I will never forgive Friday the 13th, specifically Sean S. Cunningham and those people and Victor Miller, I guess, but I'll never forgive them for essentially killing off the Friday the 13th game with their little lawsuit before we could get the tremendous Jason X and Grendel maps. Here we go. Oh, hello. Hello, Leather, how are you doing? Okay, so there were some buttons we could use. There's our inventory. What was the other? Okay, you know what? Let's just, photo checklist, outside. Okay, hold on. Check in here to receive your photo checklist. Use your camera to take photos of objects on the list. So square will be that. So we got our photo checklist. Pretty Lady Dance exterior. Marrow Melodies Car Graveyard. Cage GKB 636. What has 7 arms but no heads and 5 legs but can't walk? And Chicken Nugget in the barn. So return here after you have checked all of the photos to claim a special stamp. Okay. Well, big old boy is doing. Man. This, I mean, it would be scary as hell, but something like this just makes me yearn for, like, a first-person mode or something. Like, could you imagine how terrifying first-person mode would be in a game like this? Well, this is a photo spot, so, oh. Change, huh? You know what? Nothing beats a nice good old classic. It's, change fill. Ooh, hello. Let's stick with that. Okay. I wish I could kneel or something. Get a unique angle. There we go. Like it. Okay, well, we got the pretty lady dance. Get a nice, good old looking armadillo.
Behind the scenes photo, Armadillo. The crew at Gun Interactive were able to recreate the film's opening shot of an armadillo. When executive producer Ismael Vicens and brand strategy lead Matthew Zepp started their long drive back from one of their production trips to Texas, they noticed a dead armadillo on the side of the road. They quickly pulled off to the side of the road, dodging traffic at highway speeds, and snapped as many pictures as they could. They knew that this was completely unsafe, but they just couldn't pass up on the opportunity to get this shot.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Anything else out here we can screw around with? Sign. Just another dead armadillo.
The opening shot. The armadillo in the opening shot of the film was an actual armadillo that production designer Robert Burns found on the side of the road and taxidermied himself. According to Robert Burns, the original script called for a shot of a dead dog on the side of the road, and then the camera would pan to the green van. After further thought, Tobe Hooper felt a dog was too domesticated to show in that light and deemed it too horrible for audiences. This is when an armadillo was decided to be their best bet, as it fit as a symbol for Texas. Robert Burns then found a dead armadillo on the side of the road and took it home himself to taxidermy the animal. This is how the opening shot of the film was born.
I love stuff like this. Little trivia, some audio notes. I actually really like that. Okay. So what else we got? Anything over here?
Stop and turn. Gunnar Hansen's stop and turn move was an accident. The boots that Gunnar Hansen wore had 3-inch lifts to make him taller, though because of this, if he didn't stop suddenly and then turn, he would lose his balance and fall. The weight of the chainsaw also impacted his movements due to its sheer weight. So after falling on the first take, Gunnar stopped, turned, and one of Leatherface's signature moves was born. Kim Henkel would call it the Keystone move. The shot of his signature move was recreated in the unrated gameplay trailer of our game.
Nothing else? Okay, so we can't crawl through that. Oh, hello. I think we found what we were looking for.
Hey there!
So that actually made me jump a little. That was not cool. Oh, but yeah, we won't put something to jump out of the cooler. That'd be too obvious. You sick bastards. Anything else in here? Does not look like it. Okay. Nothing. This is where a nice big pressure gate exit would be. Doesn't look like there's really any options for stuff over here. I mean, there's gotta be for the swing, right? Oh, hey, there she is. Hey, Connie.
Booty shorts. A lot of shots were set up on the fly during principal photography by Daniel Pearl and Toby Hooper. One such shot, that Hooper would years later call the best shot in the film, was no exception. That shot, of course, being the iconic shot of Pam approaching the family house. Cinematographer Daniel Pearl was laying flat on a dolly with the camera tilted up. The goal of the shot was to make the house appear bigger and bigger in the frame as Pam approached it.
And it certainly did. I feel like that's one of the few times in a movie, like, I don't think there, I mean, there might have been a little bit of quote-unquote sexuality to this shot, but that seems like one of those shots where actually, like, you don't even, I mean, the actress looks great in the booty shorts, but, like, you don't actually take that into account. Like, you're just totally about, oh, man, it's about to go down. Oh, can't go through that door, huh? Oh, there's probably a reason for that. Okay, let's, what else do we need? Marrow melodies. So, 2 car graveyards and a chicken nugget in the barn. Hello! I think they're coming to get you, girl.
Escape hatch. When Sally, Marilyn Burns, escapes by jumping out the window, the glass was actually breakaway sugar glass, made by Bob Burns and Mary Church. In fact, Mary did the stunt of jumping out the window. A mattress and some empty boxes were placed outside the window for her to land on, but setting up the shot took a long time. With the humidity of the Texas summer, the breakaway glass began to dissolve. When I went through it, I was like a glass woman because now I had little particles stuck all over me because the stuff was wet, Mary said. If they'd waited probably another 45 minutes, I don't know if there'd been any glass in those windows.
That's insane. That's insane. And to think about how... Oh, hello, there they are. How cute. Don't mind me. I'm just a lowly photographer. We had to lock the barn due to some teenagers trying to break in. If you forget the code, look at the cook's truck. You bastards. Ooh, is it his, it's probably the license plate. My biggest guess would be, right? It seems most logical, right? Okay. AF5468. 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 Okay, so there's no AF, so let's just go 5468. Junior Sleuth Detective, baby. There you are, my little nug-nug. Nice, there we go. I keep forgetting that I gotta actually exit out myself. Anyone tell you you make way too much noise?
Chicken nugget. The game's composer, Ross Tregenza, used real chickens for the audio for Nugget. He luckily had a close friend and fellow composer that owned a farm with several chickens. The name Nugget was born from brand strategy lead Matthew Zepp. The name is a nod to the longtime nickname of his nephew.
Or we could just simply say it's in reference to chicken nuggies, because everybody loves chicken nuggies. Okay, well, it's the only thing in here. Don't think there's... God, why did we turn our heads so slow? That's a bit haunting. Okay, car graveyard.
Car. In one notable scene in the original film, the cook approaches the house and sees the hitchhiker. They have an altercation at the truck where the cook beats the hitchhiker with a broom handle and clearly shows off the relationship between the two characters. The reason that the scene works so well is that it's entirely real. Jim Sedow, the cook, was actually beating Ed Neal, the hitchhiker.
Well, that's nice of them. Oh no, we're not going to count that as a photograph? Do I have to like shoot this since okay. Hey, at least it worked.
Car radio. The song on the radio when the hitchhiker is picked up in the van is Roger Bartlett's Fool for a Blonde. Bartlett has said that Tobe Hooper chose the song because he thought the hitchhiker was a fool for Sally.
Really? Really supposed to buy that, huh? Okay, Marrow Melodies. Marrow Melodies. Oh! Get it? Bone marrow. Okay. Now we can go back to the front. Oh man.
Fake hammer, real impact. The scenes in the movie with the sledgehammer seem real, and there's good reason for that. Though the prop master Bob Burns made a fake hammer with a foam rubber head, there were still complications. Leatherface actor Gunnar Hansen recalled hitting actor William Vail while filming Kirk's death scene. I was completely charged up on adrenaline, skittishly hopping back and forth as if I were speeding. So when Bill tripped and I stepped out of the shadows, I actually hit him in the face with the sledgehammer. Fake or not, it left its mark. In the pivotal dinner scene, actor Marilyn Burns, who played Sally, was actually struck and bled. I went to the bucket, said Burns, and then Grandpa hit me over the head with the other prop that was a piece of steel, a sledgehammer. That hurt. That wasn't fake. As Hansen noted, some of the blood in Sally's hair is actually Marilyn's.
I feel like that hammer story is like one of the first like behind the scenes stories I heard of about Texas Chainsaw. I'm sure there's like so many crazy ass stories. What the hell? Okay. Okay. Let's head into the house, I guess. That's probably what we'll probably get something when we come up to this board. Okay. Okay. That's it? Just... Oh, okay. Got a special stamp. Okay. I mean, there's no way it's the same, right? It's not the same. That's why the year was on the stamp. Oh boy. Well, I'd like to think we don't have to worry about dying. Oh, here we go. New photo checklist. Okay. Skull wall. Family dinner. Crisp Kringle. Grandpa's arm candy. Frames of fear. And revoked licenses. Okay. Sorry to just leave your door wide open like this.
Makeup set. Gunnar Hansen shared a lot of praise for his fellow cast members. In the 40th anniversary Blu-ray release's audio commentary, Hansen notes that actor Jim Sedow, the cook, was probably the only actor in the movie who could look benign and then become extremely evil without any makeup.
Here we go. Skull wall. I think. Nope, I was wrong. Son of a bitch. Oh well. Nope. So we got some crazy ass music, huh? You know what I could do? What the hell? This is some Andy from Toy Stories type sick shit here. Apparently I can add this sick thing to my inventory, so that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, you know what? Why did I not think of this when I thought of Skull Wall? Okay. I guess thanks for the... Use item, use item, use item. Oh, we got puzzle to solve. I see. Okay. Oh, so I'm gonna have to probably look at that and see. Okay. Well, you know what? You know what? I probably gotta put the pieces that are missing. Okay. So, what are we looking? Okay, so we're looking for like this big long one here near the bottom, and then the one beside it, and then like a small. Good lord, that is glaring in my face for a second. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm sorry. That music just started blaring the hell out of my ears. I don't know how everyone else felt. Anything... I don't think they have closes on the windows like this in the game, but if they don't, they very much should. Ah, yes. Just like in the movie. Oh, no, I don't want to use what the... Okay. Still gonna go throughout the house.
He really cut her. According to Gunnar Hansen, he really cut Marilyn Burns' finger in the infamous grandpa feeding scene. The prop knife, designed to pump out fake blood, wouldn't work after several takes. Finally, when no one was looking, Gunnar Hansen removed the tape from the knife that made it dull and really cut Marilyn's finger. Knowing this, sucked on the actual blood of Marilyn Burns.
Tender.
Kim and Toby before Texas. Kim Henkel and Toby Hooper met during the filming of Hooper's 1969 film Eggshells. 4 years later, they would go on to create the production company Vortex Inc. and co-create the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Another Texas Chainsaw actor was also part of the Eggshells cast. Alan Danziger, better known as Jerry to Chainsaw fans, co-starred in the earlier...
Jerry! Okay. What the hell? Oh, it's a hand.
Possible titles. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre wasn't the first or even second title of the film. The first two working titles were Head Cheese and Leatherface. Head Cheese was the first working title of the film, though, for most of principal photography. Leatherface was the working title until late into production, when it was finally given the official title of The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Kim Henkel and Toby Hooper intended for the title to be spelled Chainsaw, but once the press were sent information on the film, and when the original poster was produced, the spelling got twisted into Chainsaw.
Makes sense.
Cheap thrills. Screenwriter Kim Henkel has said that one of the reasons he and Toby Hooper wanted to make a horror film was their limited budget. If you have relatively little money, what are your possibilities? Henkel says. The clear answer was some sort of genre piece. Horror was the easiest because we felt that we didn't have to have any names in the cast. Production values weren't nearly so important as in some other realms, so it became the natural choice.
That's what a lot of people in studios find out, specifically with, I mean, I guess there's some even today, but specifically with a lot of older horror films. Yeah, you usually hear about how, oh man, like, when we were making this movie, we had no idea it, like, would become as big as it was, and we only had, like, blah 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 blah, and this amount of money, and we made millions and millions of... Jesus! I really should have saw that coming. Let me out! Okay. Anything over here? Yep. See, now we were expecting it, so it was gonna jump out. Okay.
Friend of Leatherface. Since both of her parents were working on the film, 3-year-old Karina Nicolau was often on set and struck up a friendship with Leatherface actor Gunnar Hansen. He recalled their interactions. She had never liked my Leatherface mask. She was sitting with me one day while I waited for a shot setup, when Dottie, makeup artist Dorothy J. Pearl, came to put on my mask. It horrified Karina. As soon as it covered my face, she started screaming. I had Dottie pull it off. "See?" I said. "It's just me." She calmed down, but when I put the mask on again, she started screaming again. I realized she was too young to make the leap, to see my transformation from Gunner to Leatherface and understand that I was still under the mask. So I made sure she never saw me in the mask after that, at least until the unfortunate meat hook scene.
Yeah, if she saw him going ham in that, like, I wonder what
Ashtray.
her reaction would have been.
Actors are paid varying amounts for their work in film. For his voiceover in the opening monologue of the film, John Larroquette was paid with a single joint. Recent reports, however, suggest that his rate has gone up.
Anything, and I would do anything for love. What the hell? Oh, that's just weird texture.
Curtain. Alan Danziger played Jerry, the van driver in the film. He prepared for his first on-camera meeting with Leatherface by being blindfolded. When the blindfold was removed for the initial take, he was so terrified that he ran out of the room.
That's fun to hear. I love hearing cool little stories like that.
Scaring a child. In the original movie shoot, the caterer, Sally Nicolau, was married to the location sound recordist, Ted Nicolau.
Oh, here we
The
go.
day they shot the meat hook scenes, Sally brought their then 3-year-old daughter, Karina, to set when she was delivering lunch. Unfortunately, little Karina saw Terry McMinn, Pam, on the meat hook and began crying and screaming. Her father recalled, "I was in the living room while we were shooting that scene, and she came running in and skidded to a stop and just went completely white, started screaming and crying, and went running out of the house."
Oh my god. Oh, that's fucked up but funny. See anything out back here? No, it doesn't look like it threw anything back here. I guess not. Huh. Alright.
The Apprehension Engine. Gun Interactive's own Wes Keltner led the direction of music for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. One day, Wes was at home brainstorming, and in the background he had 2015's The Witch playing. He wasn't watching the film, but was more listening to it. The sounds and music in the film struck him as he was listening. He asked himself, what instruments are they using to make those unique sounds? It turned out, those sounds were created by an apprehension engine. Wes was able to track down Tony Dugan Smith, who makes roughly 6 of these instruments a year, and was informed that the apprehension engine took around 7 months to build. Wes then had the honor to have a meeting with film composer and creator of music for The Witch, Mark Corvin. It was at this meeting where Corvin said, "Forget everything you know about playing guitar and other instruments. Approach the apprehension engine like a child, and experience and discover." From there, the direction of sounds for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game were born.
That's cool. I was waiting for it. Waiting for when that finally happened. Ooh, thank you. full of delicious soda pop or cake. Or Coke, depending on your region. Good cake. My God. Quick soda. Enjoy it while you can. 1939. Okay, let me look at my... Okay. Revoked licenses.
One outfit, 32 days. Actors only had one set of their wardrobe. The actors had to wear the same clothing for the entire 32-day shoot, 12 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Oh.
For fear of fading or being damaged, they couldn't wash the clothes. So the actors wore the same clothes unwashed for 32 days straight, in 95 to 100-degree Texas heat. According to the crew, Gunnar Hansen stunk of body odor worse than anyone on set by the end of the shoot.
I'm sure, good lord. Imagine how nice a fucking shower probably felt after all that. Thank you. Oh, that's just, no. Why you gotta unsettle me like this? Ooh. Thank you, I need you.
Box office success. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre grossed over $30 million at the box office in North America and sold over 16 million tickets. With inflation, the film would have made over $150 million in box office earnings today.
Considering how low its budget was, that'd be insane.
Spring of '73. Kim Henkel and Tobe Hooper spent January and February of 1973 writing the script, but production moved on rather quickly after that. They were shooting the movie by summer of 1973. Production manager Ron Bozeman would go on to work on another film that featured cannibalism. In 1992, he won an Academy Award as a producer for The Silence of the Lambs.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, I think we can leave. Jesus Christ! Oh my God. I jumped so goddamn hard. And I'm laying down too. I should have known some shit like that was gonna happen when that door kept closing, you motherfucker. Oh my God. Y'all don't even know. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. No? Okay. Grandpa's room closed for renovations.
Hitchhiker's pocket knife. This weapon is a nod to everyone's favorite unlikable character, Franklin, from the 1974 film. According to creative director Ronnie Hobbs and designer Rob Fox, they knew the likelihood of Franklin ever appearing in the video game was slim to none, so this was their way of including him as a small Easter egg. Sissy's Straight Razor. After Kim Henkel and creative director Ronnie Hobbs finished designing Sissy's look and backstory, the only question left was what type of weapon would she carry. According to Kim's secret catalog of character concepts, he always envisioned Sissy wielding some type of straight razor, a small, portable weapon that could stay hidden until just the right time. It's petite and deadly, just like Sissy. It fit her personality perfectly. So even though the hitchhiker carries it in the original 1974 film, it did in fact previously belong to Sissy. As far as what happened to her, or where Sissy is during the 1974 film, well, that's a story for another time.
Nope, nothing. Of course he's still gonna go. Oh, I missed cookies.
Jim Sedow's toughest scene to get right was the broomstick clubbing at the gas station. Since the prop was an actual wooden broom handle, he was afraid of hurting his fellow actor in the scene. After several takes of it looking fake, Sedow really struck his fellow actor in the final take. It was an exhausting shoot for everyone, but Marilyn Burns had it as bad as anyone on set. She did several takes of diving through the doorway of the gas station, and each time she would land knee first on the hard concrete floor, so many times that the floor tore up and severely bruised her knees.
Yeah, I hope before she died, like, Marilyn Burns, like, got the recognition, or at least felt in her own way, like, she got kind of, like, the recognition and stuff that she kind of felt like she might have deserved, because...
Toby meets the cook. Director Toby Hooper offered the part of the old man, the cook, to Jim Sedow after they worked together in the 1971 film The Wind Splitter. They were both a part of the cast in said film. Hooper and Sedow weren't the only Texas Chainsaw Massacre alumni to work on The Wind Splitter. Ron Bozeman was the key grip, Kim Henkel was credited as the grip, and Sally Richardson was the assistant director.
All the plates. Okay. That's, I mean, I don't even care if it doesn't count. That's just freaky looking. Gimme. Louisiana.
News of the day. Toby Hooper wanted to parody the news reports of the day, which he considered televised lies, and so devised the opening voiceover, famously recited by actor John Larroquette.
Tennessee. Why, you're on Tennessee.
Family name. The family has gone by several surnames throughout the course of the franchise. However, their original surname is Slaughter. Though never spoken in the movie, it can be seen in faint letters on the sign above the gas station, W.E. Slaughter Barbecue. According to Gunnar Hansen, art director Bob Burns made the sign. He said that Toby and Kim were mighty proud of coming up with We Slaughter.
I've honestly never noticed. Okay. Why do I feel like these are gonna have to go a certain way? Maybe not. Oh wait, okay, so these are gonna reveal something. if I get it right. So that's the third one. Okay. Meat. Okay. Revoked licenses. No? Really? What? Okay, what else would revoked licenses be? Okay. Well. Okay. Well, apparently that doesn't. It's not what it is.
No living animals were harmed. Initially, art director Robert Burns wanted set pieces of real dead cats and dogs. The crew acquired dead animal carcasses from a veterinarian and actually tried to embalm them with formaldehyde. Makeup artist and production assistant Dorothy Pearl, at the time the wife of the film's cinematographer Daniel Pearl, was injecting a dead animal with formaldehyde when she accidentally injected into her own leg through the animal. Toby Hooper then ordered that the dead animal carcasses had to be thrown out. The crew poured gasoline to cremate them, but the stench from the smoke from the bonfire started to make its way into the family house and added to an already foul stench set.
Bruh. Oh my god. Okay. This photo seems to be part of a series, but it looks like it belongs somewhere else.
Hitchhiker's camera. The make and model of the Hitchhiker's camera is a Polaroid automatic 230 land camera. It was manufactured and distributed from 1967 to 1969. This camera previously belonged to Maria Flores. The hitchhiker stole it after she was stalked and kidnapped by Johnny.
Okay. I think now we've got all the skull heads we need. Is that the meat? Yeah, that's the meat. Okay. E. Sucks for you, girl. Okay. Well, I got our pictures. Okay. So, I think it was this. Like that. And of course, she ended up as meat. Damn it, I hit the wrong button. Okay. So, we at least got a check mark for that, which means we didn't get the license plates right. Wait, I wonder. It's not meat. Oh, wait. I just now realized, yeah, the meat wasn't up here at the top. God, I feel like an idiot.
Grandma's rocking chair. The remains of the mummified grandma, or even any mention of grandma, was not in the original script. Art director Bob Burns added her into the set to show that there were women in the family's history.
No, okay.
The Hitchhiker's origins. According to actor Edwin Neal, he based his performance of the hitchhiker on his nephew, who suffered from paranoid schizophrenia.
Okay. Kinda creepy, Neil. Anyway. Use item. Bro, Grandpa, I never seen you move that fast. Oh, where the hell did you go, old man? Bro, imagine the game if Grandpa pulled some shit like that. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we've got this. Apparently these aren't right, though. That doesn't, yeah, that doesn't, okay, so that, yeah, that doesn't work. I did have them in the right spot. No, damn it. There we go, okay. I knew we'd figure it out eventually. Okay, so that just leaves us with Crisp Kringle in the living room, family dinner, and skull wall. Oh.
Genuine bone furnishings. The bones used for props were real animal bones found at a veterinarian boneyard and a cattle pasture. Art director Robert Burns led the charge of designing most of the bone props, like furniture and light fixtures.
Okay, I see the feet now. Clever. Okay. So we're looking for plates, so no. Okay, I get what I did. Okay. There we go.
The dinner scene. The infamous dinner scene was a long, trying shoot. Plastic surgeon W.E. Barnes created the makeup for Grandpa, and it took nearly 10 hours to apply to actor John Dugan. A lot of pieces and parts went into creating Grandpa's look. But because they were down to their last set of makeup parts, the crew had to shoot every scene involving Grandpa all in one day. The grueling shoot was one of the hottest days of the production, with temperatures over 100 degrees. The set windows were blacked out with black plastic in a house filled with cameras and lights that reached as high as 120 degrees inside. Because of the extreme heat on set, the food at the dinner table started to rot. The smell on set was ghastly for the entire cast and crew. All of the bones on the set were real, and combined with the lights that made them burn, released an unbearable smell. The combination of the stench with the extreme heat made a lot of the crew sick, and they take frequent trips outside to throw up. In the end, the brutal set brought a real rawness to the film. The shoot in total lasted nearly 32 hours for some of the crew.
I can't even imagine. Okay, so, and, Hitch, I need you to... No, somebody... There we go. And... chicken in the middle, there we go. Ha ha, there we go. Everybody look pretty. Yeah, we'll keep it.
Skin lampshades. Why was the film marketed as being based on true events? According to Kim Henkel, the film's marketing of being based on true events evolved over production. The famous crawl, for instance, was implemented to mark the story as an historical event that was more captivating, but wasn't meant to be taken seriously. Another inspiration for the story were tales Tobe Hooper was told by his family as a young child. They told him stories of a killer from Wisconsin that would use human skin for lampshades. This Wisconsin killer was the infamous Ed Gein.
Yes, yes, yes. Remember that? Yeah, no option for that. Okay, so... Okay, so you go here. You go here. So that means the rim scope is there. Turn in the checklist to the welcome board. Okay, now... Can we get into the basement? I feel like, yeah, okay. Ew.
Blood spatter. One of the reasons that blood and gore are limited in the film is because Tobe Hooper and Kim Henkel felt that fear and intensity were more important. According to screenwriter Kim Henkel, he and Tobe Hooper reached out to the MPAA to discuss the guidelines to avoid getting slapped with an X rating. Apparently, the investors of the film were terrified that the film would get an X rating, so all these thoughts were front of mind during production. Ultimately, Hooper and Henkel's original vision of inflicting fear and intensity with the gore and blood implied worked to the film's benefit and made a bigger impact.
Okay. Was it 1934 was the date on the bottle? It was not. Okay, it was 39 apparently. This is where we die, right? I mean, we hope you enjoyed your stay, Jesus. Oh, killing time, rear basement, pig-headed bad dancer with a killer arm, hamburger, basement storage, and frozen finger food in the cold. Okay.
Skin. The practical effects of Leatherface's skin mask proved a difficult challenge for Bob Burns, the art director for the film. Mary Church, who had multiple responsibilities on the original film, including continuity and stunt coordination, noted that Bob spent weeks trying to come up with just homemade varieties of stuff that sort of looked like dried skin. I remember him being concerned about expression, or not being able to do expression, and that there probably needed to be other expressions maybe on the face.
Ooh, creepy music kicking up.
Leatherface speaks. In the original script, the infamous dinner scene was quite different. Leatherface had scripted, though completely unintelligible, lines. As Gunnar Hansen recalls, they were written out. His first line is, A-A-A-O-U-U-U-Ber, and then, Abe-Goba Aji-Ima. According to Tobe Hooper, these lines had actual meaning behind them. Hansen's script notes pointed out that the first line meant roughly, "How are you? Welcome home. Supper's almost ready." The next line meant, "I've been a good boy. I got 'em all."
That's creepy, but I'm glad he doesn't speak. Okay. Oh, I don't have an item. Okay, so I'm gonna have to... I need pig-headed bad dancer with a killer arm.
Tobe Hooper found novel ways to introduce drama into his picture. According to lead Marilyn Burns, Sally, Hooper would gossip around the set to create animosity between her and Paul Partain, who played Franklin. Tobe would come up and tell me that Paul said something about me. Then Tobe was going to Paul saying Marilyn said something about you, getting us really upset with each other. So we're doing this scene that didn't require any acting at all. I was ready to kill him. Leatherface mask. The holes and markings on the forehead of Leatherface's masks represent a hammer to the head. Back then, cows were slaughtered in the head with a sledgehammer, so the holes appear on the forehead of Leatherface's masks to show continuity with how actual cattle were slaughtered.
Good to know. You know, I wasn't sure about that Nicotero mask when they first dropped and all that, but probably because I've played a bunch of matches and gotten quite a few killings. Maybe that's probably why. Well, let's get that saw contraption looking. Oh, see, he got me. He got me. I'm just gonna assume this arm was below the waist. He got me. He owes me 2 punches. Please stop using the freezer to store your lunch leftovers. Lock code reminder. Bones, bracelet, cast, body. Okay, bones, 4. Bracelet, 3. Cast, 5. 8. So 4, 4, 3, 5, 8. No, damn. That's definitely a 4. That's 3. Bones, bracelet, yeah. I have no... Like, I'm literally looking at this thing. I'm seeing 5. Okay. I'm really confused. I have no idea what else to do, so I guess we'll just come back to that. I could have sworn, but because there's no other things but... Oh, good lord. How long was this standing over here? And I did not notice it. Now I feel like a darn rat goober. I was just about to say that thing's wrapped in the same plastic as other ones. There we go. Frozen finger food. Okay. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Finally. I guarantee you people who were watching the video and stuff like that, I guarantee you they were just losing their ever-loving minds with the fact that I wasn't, like, seeing that cast there. And I feel like I can say that with confidence because I am one of those people. You know me, just gotta make sure I'm not missing anything. Don't think there's anything over. God. All this spinning around you gotta do and your head moves like it's...
Playing with fire. Early on during filming, Gunnar Hansen asked Tobe Hooper, "How are we going to shoot the scene where I get chainsawed in the leg?" Tobe Hooper replied, "I don't know, but don't worry about it because it's the last shot of the movie." For the climactic ending of the film, the crew wrapped a metal sheet around Gunnar Hansen's leg with a stake taped to it, and a blood bag taped on top of that. Originally, he thought it was a crew member who would run the chainsaw cutting into Gunnar's leg. But Gunnar insisted he would do it himself for fear of the crew member accidentally sawing his leg. The saw didn't have its actual teeth attached to it, so they had to make modifications to the saw itself. At first, Gunnar thought he had sawed his leg, but his leg did become badly burned from sawing into the metal plate that was protecting it.
Definitely remember hearing that story too. Definitely gonna need a code to get out of there.
Banned in the UK. The film was banned in over 10 countries, including Great Britain and Germany. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre managed to have screenings in London, England in late 1974, but by February of 1975, the BBFC decided to ban the film, as they were uncomfortable about the threats toward the film's climax and the explicit use of abnormal psychology, and refused to even give the film an X rating. In 1982, the former Prime Minister of England, Margaret Thatcher, along with socially conservative activist Mary Whitehouse, formed the Video Nasties, which led to the banning of several horror films in the United Kingdom. Additionally, in the early years of Prime Cable, channels like HBO refused to air the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Many cable channels avoided the film at all costs.
England. Okay. Deer skull. Sure, why not?
Maria Flores photos. Several of the photos used for Maria Flores' story were taken near a massive sunflower field that seemed to go on for miles. While stunningly beautiful, this area was also infested with rattlesnakes. Thankfully, the Gun Interactive crew persevered after a few close encounters with the venomous snakes, and were able to capture thousands of photos to help build the lore of our game's catalyst, Maria Flores. Real torture. During Sally's torture scene, her screams ultimately led her to shout, "I'll do anything you want," which Marilyn Burns later recollected was the dirtiest thing you could say. It was pretty damn serious. Nowadays, it comes out of everybody's mouth. Now they're doing it for free, they're jumping into it. But in those days, "I'll do anything you want," you just didn't say that. You never said that. Burns continues, though, that Sally's torturers, the Slaughter family, don't comprehend that because it's not the result they desire. Rather, she feels that they're so sexually repressed that they can only manifest desire as sadistic cruelty. What makes them even more horrific is the sense that they gather excitement by watching women suffer.
Okay, sorry people. I had to send my friend a quick
behind-the-scenes
message,
photo.
that way they didn't think I was
Bull.
ignoring them.
During research production for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, Gun Interactive's creative director Ronnie Hobbs, executive producer Ishmael Vicens, and brand strategy lead Matthew Zepp traveled to dozens of locations in rural Texas. Thousands of photos were taken to capture the essence and authenticity of the Texas countryside. During one of these trips, the team at Gun stumbled onto a farmhouse they thought was abandoned, but little did they know they would meet a new friend. A massive bull in a nearby gated field with horns that stretched 4 feet end to end. However, the gate itself was not closed, so the team from Gun found themselves face to face and only 5 feet on the other side of this open gate, with this giant freak of nature. The Gun crew were initially terrified, but they carefully and meticulously walked around the fence while keeping their eyes on this massive creature. They were able to shut the gate, and any crisis was thankfully avoided.
Yeah, that would probably scare the ish out of me too.
Chainsaw. Gun Interactive digitally scanned an original chainsaw model that was used in the 1974 film, and then made the necessary adjustments to ensure it was as accurate as possible to what was seen on film nearly 50 years ago.
Another body part stolen. Wait. Oh god. Okay. Got it. Oh, that's the leg. I don't think I have a hand. Where the hell is the hand?
How the music is made. Numerous instruments used by Wayne Bell to create the music were children's musical toys. According to Bell, many of the instruments used to create the music of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre were cymbals, xylophones, and shakers. Being that Bell is a drummer, a substantial number of cymbals were used. The audio team also used Bell's K stand-up 5-string bass with a movable bridge which allowed them to change how high off the board the strings are. This brought out the strong sounds of the bass. Additionally, the sound team used a bow, plucking and rubbing various items on it.
Somewhere I gotta find a hand. Disgusting. Aha! Killer arm. Okay. Oh, well. Found it. Let's go take this to where we need to, and anybody, if you're squeamish, I don't know what's gonna happen here, so disclaimer. Okay. Killing time. Oh. Haha, see? How clever. Alright. Let's go out here and form this monstrosity.
Mask, prop, or wardrobe for the role of Leatherface. When Gunnar Hansen had his first meet and greet for the role of Leatherface, Toby Hooper and Kem Henkel were impressed with his size and stature. When Gunnar walked through the doorway into their meeting, Hooper noticed how much space of the doorway Gunnar took up. They knew right away that Gunnar had the physical traits for the iconic role.
Nope, sir. So many legs. Okay, so pig-headed, bad dancer with a killer arm. So killer arm. Left leg. And another left leg. Oh boy. mean, good thing we don't have to worry about them showing, like, genitals or anything like that. Alright. Let's head to what I believe is the last checking board. Okay, so hold on a minute. I just thought of something. Because I noticed that chainsaw stamp. Okay, so there are 4 chainsaws. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, that one gave us 4. 1. Okay, that gave us 1. So 4, 1. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2. Oh boy, I wonder what we got in store after this. Hello?
Help! Help me! Please! Thank God!
Oh no.
Listen to me. My name is Maria. Maria Flores. Please, find a way to get me out of here. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Please.
Oh shit! Oh. And with that, my friends, museum mode has been completed. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. That made me jump. Well, with that, we've reached the end, ladies and gentlemen. Although, I don't remember this being here the first time we were here. What? Okay. Oh, it's like, I could recreate a photo if I want? Huh. Oh, that's... Oh, that's nasty. Ooh, I kinda like that. Oh, why can't I kneel? If I could kneel and get, like, a crazy shot of that, I would love it. Love it! I'm actually going to save that screenshot. Okay. So yeah, I think from what it looks like now, yeah, we've completed everything that we needed. So it looks like, yeah, it's got a couple fun things where we can take photos and recreate stuff. I kind of like that. I'm gonna have to screw around with that for a bit. Can't swap her out. Okay. Well, that's cool. Connie, don't mind your twin sister over there. man, really? If I back up some... Okay. What's this other one? Let's check out the last one. I knew it was going to be someone flying through the window. And if it's someone flying through the window, it has to be Anna. I mean, come on. Okay, well... Oh! Perfect. Screw it, we'll just... You gotta love it. Alright. Okay, on that note, that's museum mode, everybody. That was a nice, fun little thing. I definitely feel like I got farther on this than I than I ever did in, well, specifically that Virtual Cabin 2.0. But that was crazy. And you know what? They had a couple nice little jump scares there. I actually thought, I mean, I don't know why, because last time I checked, Victim, I believe, is up on the scoreboard as far as DLC and all that goes. So the next one, if it's not another bundle, should be, at least in my opinion, another family member. So, didn't really get any teases or anything like that, which I'm pretty sure I saw was to be expected. I can't remember if I saw either Gunn himself or if it was other people kind of already saying, like, don't expect like some type of big reveal or anything, but that was a nice little fun thing to do. Hopefully, eventually, even though me and my friends still love and enjoy playing multiplayer, hopefully, since we're approaching the 1-year anniversary of this game being out, which is crazy to think of, but hopefully, since we're approaching that, maybe we'll get some nice little announcement, maybe about a single player mode or some type of story or like challenges type mode, kind of like in Friday 13th. But I don't necessarily know how well I know a bunch of people have been hoping that like can run like kind of like an online game. Obviously they won't be able to run games with just AI bots, which, I mean, to me in Friday the 13th kind of makes sense since it's just you as Jason and the rest of the AI counselors. I don't necessarily know how well and for people who've ever played that, you know how well the AI can be sometimes with that and how stupid it can be other times. So like, I don't necessarily know how this game would play out with AI in control of obviously some members of your team and going against others, but I mean, who knows. But I at least would like kind of like a challenge mode, like I said, like they did in Friday the 13th, where they can kind of do like little small like stories or cutscenes or whatever, and can do a bunch of innovative kills. We'll see. I still love the game. So with that being said, I think we're going to wrap up this video. I've rambled far too long enough. If you enjoyed the video and the museum content, please, y'all already know, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And might actually hop on to TCM here with some friends in a short bit. So we might have a nice little follow-up live stream. So take care, everybody.